Okay, so the idea is we're going to go through exactly that big wall of text I did. We're going to into video form, and it's going to be much quicker. I'm going to breeze through it because I assume you have got some idea of what we're doing here. But the idea is there's 4 bosses. We need to kill them all. They've got independent health bars. The general concept is they all put out a debuff, and then anyone within 60 yards, 60 yards looks something like this, maybe a bit bigger, is going to get that debuff from that boss. Um, Obviously, if you get 3 stacks of the one boss, it's going to hurt. 4 stacks is really, really going to hurt. 5 is going to kill you. So the general concept is we're trying to kill them all while minimizing the stacks that we get, so they never go over 3 for both tanks and for healers. And we do that by splitting up the raid into 4 teams of 3 healers. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This will be on the assign sheet. So in the first 20 seconds, us as a raid team move in from the entrance, and everyone splits off immediately. They've got 20 seconds to get to their appropriate spots. So the starting position, because all the bosses start in the center. The starting position for this is all the tanks are going to be pulling their mobs out, and all the healers are going to be in their respective positions. So this is the starting position at 20 seconds. DPS is already in, and they're already DPSing. Now at 20 seconds, the first mark goes out. And they're going to go out every 12 seconds after that. So when we call 1, the first person's going to move. All the 1s move at the same time. Right? So this is 20 seconds plus 12. Now, at 12 seconds after that, all the 2s are going to move. 12 seconds after that, all the 3s are going to move. Not like they all happen at the same time. Obviously, I can't move that at the same time. The general concept I showed the video, they all happen at the same time, and so on. So then at 3, right? So after we've done 3 marks, this entire team has now moved to Blamau. Now, on mark 4, all the 1s are going to move at the same time. On mark 5, all the 2s are going to move. On mark 6, all the 3s are going to move. So as a healer, the easiest way I can think of it is you move into your positions at 20 seconds. On your respective mark, 1, 2, or 3, you move. And then when, let's say you're a 3 for whatever reason, let's say you're a 1, right? Mark 4, you move. Just stay in that new position until you get 3 marks. And as soon as that 3rd mark goes out, you move. You stay in this new position until that 3rd mark goes out. And when you get 3 marks, you move. And so on. That's all you need to do to keep time. You don't care about 1s, 2s, or 3s or anything. If you get that first pull right, all you care about is your own debuff to get to 3. Does that make sense?
Yep. So just to clarify that, NK,
Yep.
Basically healers are listening for the call 1 move, 2 move, 3 move for the first 3 marks.
Yep. And then
from that
after
point
that,
on,
independent.
Yep. But yeah, we're watching our own marks. Anytime we get the 3 at any given boss, that is our trigger to move to the next boss.
The only time you can stuff this up, let's say you're Mr. 1 over here, and I call 1's move, and you go, oh, I'm meant to go down here. You get this random debuff from Thane.
You get a different debuff.
And you go, oh shit, I'm actually over here. Like if you move in the path that I've labeled here, exactly that, you will never get a debuff because the debuff range will not hit you. The idea is that what we're trying to do at the very start, we're going to say 1, 2s, or 3s, and we're going to be pretty vocal about moving. But when we get that right, we want to move our rotation without interfering with the tanks. We want to keep comms completely clear. The tanks are going to do their thing. We're just going to do our job diligently and quietly, and everyone has heals. That's the ideal way to do it. So like once again, on the first pull, we look like this at 20 seconds, and then we call 1's move, the 1's will move. And then we call 2's move 12 seconds later, the 2's will move. We call 3's move, the 3's move. From that position onwards, as soon as you get 3 marks, you move. As soon as you get 3 marks, you move. As soon as you get 3 marks, you move. And so on. And just rotate around in that circle. Does that make sense?
Yep. And just to clarify, so you'll have 3 marks from each group?
3 marks from each. They're independent marks. So like it'll be Mark of Blumau, Mark of Zalek, Mark of Mograine, and so on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so NK, just for example, let's say that I'm starting in Thane and
Yep.
I move up to Blamo because I'm number 1.
Yep.
I'll have 3 marks from Blamo by the time I move to Zeliak.
Yep.
Then I'll have 3 marks from Zeliak by the time I move to Mograine.
Yep.
Will my Blamo marks have run out by then? Or
yes, when you get to Mograine, after 3 seconds, your Thane marks will disappear. So
oh, great.
theoretically,
So basically, you should have 2 lots of 3 until you get to your 3rd assignment, and then one of that lot
Yep.
will wear
It's
out.
12 seconds per stack and 75 seconds.
that's
Is it
72
70 or
seconds,
75?
right? So let's say
72.
let's say I'm number 1, right? I move on 1, so I get 1 mark of Thane, and I'm buggering off. Now I get to Blamo, I sit there, and I've got 3 stacks. That means I've got 3 of Blamo and 1 from Thane. When I move to Zelic, I'll have 1 from Thane, 3 from Blamo, and I'll start getting 3 from Zelic. When I get my 3rd from Blamo, 3 seconds later, my first Thane stack will disappear. So theoretically, I could go 1, 2, 3, and then by the time I start walking towards Thane, I've got 0 debuffs. We're not doing that. We're going 1, 2, and then you'll have a full 36 seconds at Mograine. So 39 seconds ago, your Thane marks will disappear. Like that's the general mechanics of it. You don't need to worry about it. Basically, just move to your new boss, get 3 marks from that new boss, and then move on. So like all you need to care about is obviously heal the tank, but you're just sitting there watching the right-hand side of your screen, which is over, mute this. You can see the right-hand side there. This guy has 3 from Blamo and 3 from Zalik, I think. We'll go through this in a second. But all they care about, as soon as he gets 3 marks, he starts moving. I'll show what that looks like in a second. Any other questions on rotation and debuffs?
Not sure whether you're going to point it out now, but just in case something goes wrong and someone gets an extra debuff.
They're going to say, hey, NK, I took a 4th, I'm on Zalik, I'm a 3. And then I will rearrange the order to make sure that you don't get, like, let's say number 2, for some reason, starts running out and gets killed. And I can explain how that happens. Blamo is going to be down a healer. And then there's only going to be 2 there, and then when they move on, there's only going to be 2 there, then only going to be 2 there. It has like cascading problems.
Yeah.
Just leave it up to me. There's things we can do. I need to do it on the fly. So what I'll need to know is I'm a 2, I'm going to Zalik, I'm dead. And I can rearrange from that because the way that we're doing this, the DPS is going to come in and kill this one first. So we don't care about this boss. These 3 healers are just here to round out their debuffs and not have any mistakes. So I can spare people. Leave it up to me, basically.
Yep.
Okay. Probably second most important thing is exactly how you move. This is fine. Just straight up hug the wall. That's all good. There's nothing that you need to be concerned about here. The only concern is when you're coming into Thane, and it's probably only relevant for the first few Mograine people because they get the first 30 seconds of transitions. Thane does a meteor, and it's like AQ40. It can target a single person. It'll kill them, 40k damage, something silly. But if that 40k is spread out amongst 30 people, it's only going to be like 1200 damage each, something silly. So just wait for the meteor to go out and then move. Can get really unlucky, just be aware of it. I'll explain in the video. He does a good job of avoiding it. Blamau over this side does void zones underneath your feet. Just move, basically. It does 6k damage, and just be aware where you're standing because you can sort of like if you start over here and get a void zone, and you rotate all the way around and just keep on blocking these people in. People need to run through void zones to get into position. It's a bit of a pain. Just basically move from your feet and just be aware of where you're standing. There's a few tricks you can do, and I'll go over it in a second. Zalik is a bit more interesting. Alright, so here we are. Zalik has a chain lightning. It's a 5-yard jump, and it can jump infinite times, doubling damage every time it jumps. So theoretically, you can get in a bad spot. It'll jump from the tank to the melee to the ranged to everyone in the safe zone. So the way we avoid that, this is reversed. This is the entrance. So in our little example of a healer, they've gone from Blamo, they've gone across to Zalik. So which is here. Started at Blamo, moved straight over to Zalik. They're staying here and they're giving themselves like a 10-yard bubble, probably more, before any other ranged are. And then when they're moving out of Zalik, instead of moving straight this way, because you need to go through the range and through the melee in case they're there, you're going to go within their danger bubble. You use your best judgment. If the setup is like this and there's no one on this far wall, oh good, you can probably hit that far wall and you can move around. But just to be safe, if it was me, especially in the first half of the fight, I just go behind this pillar, just avoid everyone. So looking back the other way, you go behind the pillar, back to the safe zone, and back out to Mograine. So if you follow this path, you can't go wrong. If you follow the rotation and this path, nothing short of a really unlucky meteor can do us under. Any questions on how to move?
Nope.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Yep.
Okay, I did have one final question. Just clarifying. So after Mograine and Thane are dead, noting that they're the first ones we're killing, if I get 3 marks at Zeliak, I'm still moving down to the Mograine spot, right?
100%. Yep. The healer's going to continue this rotation. Even if there's only Zalik left, he's going to be the last one. All the other 3 are dead. There's still going to be 3 healers just standing around doing nothing. Standing around doing nothing. Standing around doing nothing. Just for this one. This is a foolproof way to do it. It's not too strenuous to heal 3 marks and then move. There's always going to be 3 people there to heal the tank. There's ways we can make this more efficient later on. I just want to master the basics before we move on. So even if the tank is dead, like let's say we kill Thane, and you say, oh, I need to get to Thane, still go and just stand there. Meteor's not going to go out. You're still going to take 3 marks from his corpse. There's no other mechanics. You just sit there and do nothing. Count your 3 marks and then move on. It's purely to stop people having the need to count it themselves. You just get the debuff, heal through it, and move on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so the Zalik one, this is where deaths can happen. I just don't want it to be healers that die. I don't care if range die because I've done something silly. I don't care if melee die because I've done something silly. It's more important we don't die because we have a much more important job. So the idea is just avoid 5 yards and go behind the pillar. You might need to move just as soon as that debuff comes out, just start moving. Okay. We'll watch this dude do it because he actually does it really well.
Hurt my feelings.
That escalated quickly.
5,
Alright, can you hear the audio?
3, 2,
Yeah,
1.
coming through.
In the door. Let's go.
Okay, so he starts in, he obviously starts at Mograine. So I think he is a 1 or a 2. So in our position here, he's either a 1 or a 2 and he's starting at Mograine. So he walks into the right. Is it this one? This one.
Get on top of Thunder.
In Mograine, you just spread. You just go wherever you feel like it's fine. So he's healing the tank.
Everybody stack here.
Tracking into Mograine. He's a 1. No, he must be a 2. Okay, so the 1s have started moving. See that dude moved off to the right then? Keeps on healing, keeps on healing. In 5 more seconds, there's going to be a 2. This debuff, weak aura, is what we're using as well. It should look like this. Alright, 2. Tells him to move. Now, as he's approaching, he doesn't have any DBM markers, but he must have it somewhere. There's a range group, a melee group all stacked in together. This dude here, Thane, can do a meteor. So what he does is he hides from the meteor until the meteor goes out, so he's not a target for it, and then he moves in. You don't need to do this, just time where the meteor is. Yep, so he's coming over to take over healing on this. Yep, he knew that there's a meteor soon, so he
Tank
hides.
switch.
Need to meteor before we go.
Wait for the
Meteor goes
meteor.
out,
There we
then he
go.
moves in. Perfect.
Yeah, he had the timers just above his raid frames there.
Yeah, sweet. Oh yeah, I can see it here. Smart dude, I missed it. So he's a 2,
Alright,
so he's going to heal this dude.
back.
So then because he's a 2, when he gets 3 debuffs, which is this, the one there, that's Thane. So when that gets to 3, he should move. And it also should correspond to be Mark 5 if he cares.
Dia, you can start sliding over so you can move. I got the heals ready. Make it quick for you so you can rotate. Go ahead.
Mark 5, yep. So he's got, it was that one, that left one.
So
He's got
I'm-
3 marks.
I think we're on the same rotation.
Come on, guys. You know where you're supposed
Yep, so
to
he
be.
comes over to Zalik. He's
Mark
down in the
3
top
soon.
left. He's now hiding up the top here. This is his 2. He's come up to about here, and he does healed Blimo.
Tank switch.
Now, see all these things here? This druid here in full tier 3, Chad, he's doing it really well. So he's far enough away that he's not going to interfere with the melee, he's nowhere near the tank, and he's not going to block a full chunk out. This guy and this guy, idiots. You're blocking a melee, you're going to drop a void zone right in the middle there. It's a terrible spot for a void zone. So this dude's really.
So you want to create clear pathing.
Yeah, you want to create a nice path so people can get in and out. You just don't want to block other people. You'll see it happen. See, void zone. Great. Good on you, buddy. And then he moves right in the center of another void zone. So if another void zone here, he's just created even more space. Best spot would have been behind these raid frames, in between these 2 void zones. So if there's a third void zone there, it overlaps the other 2, so it actually takes up less space. But he's also chain healing a single tank, so good on him.
I got him.
Alright, Dillard, I got it.
Alright, so he should move in 1 more. Yep, so another void zone. So that 1, 2, and this third one is all because of him. He should get 3 stacks in a second. 3, move. That's how quick it happens. Now these guys do some pretty interesting shit with Zalik. You can see it here. There's 1, 2, and 3 healers. That's the 3 healers. So when he gets one stack of Zalik, he'll move here. When he gets 2 stacks, he'll move here. No, sorry. 1 stack, he'll move here. 2 stacks, move here, and then 3, he'll move out. It's smart, but I don't mind us stacking. It's fine.
Mark 3 soon.
That's a good distance. He moved over. Well done.
Tank switch on Meteor here.
I'd err on the side of caution, be slightly more spaced out than that.
You're good on time.
See, boom, he got a stack, he moves out.
The Lion, Tawny, Mograine. On the Lion.
I got you, lad.
Alright. Switching out.
Another stack and moves down. We don't need to do this. I don't mind if we all just stack in that starting position, maybe up here where my mouse is. That's fine. We can 2 or even 3 stack. I wouldn't 3 stack. Maybe let's just go 2 stack and 1 person stand out. Like, you don't need to do that.
Tawny, Mograine. On the Lion.
I got you, lad.
Alright, cool. And then he goes back down to Blimo. Sorry, Mograine. He goes to Mograine. Mograine hits the hardest. This is where you really blow your cooldowns.
Mark 3 soon.
These people can stack wherever they feel like. There's no requirement. You don't just stack, you don't need to clump, you don't need to spread. Just go there and just heal hard. Like, if there's ever time to blow anything, it's on this. Particularly the way that we're doing the DPS, this one. You don't need to understand this, but the way we're doing the DPS is we're going to kill Thane, then we're going to go kill Mograine. So the DPS, if there's a Feral Druid in this group, they're going to come over, and the first thing they're going to do is innovate one of these priests. I'll pre-organize it. So yeah, if there's ever time to use cooldowns, it's on Mograine.
Tank switch.
Yep, and he moves out. And then he should. I don't know if this dude actually does it. I haven't watched this
Alright,
far.
we got a Dillard.
Thank you, sir.
Now their Thane is still up, so their Thane is still doing meteors. But our Thane will be dead.
Mograine dead.
So Mograine's dead, doesn't need a tank.
Do not
still
go straight over
needs,
to the Thane.
healers to
Wait
move
until your
over.
buff stop
See how he
is
stayed there, even though the tank was dead, still got it.
Mark
Now,
3 soon.
Meteor's already gone out, so he can just run straight in. So his
Shield
Meteor
wall
2
ends in
seconds,
7
he can reach
seconds.
it.
Switch.
If Meteor was any less than that, they wouldn't have. Yeah, he's chain healing himself only, so well done him. Okay, any questions on that?
Nope.
Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. If anyone has any questions for it, though, reach out to me. I will post a assignments sheet. And this will have all our assignments on it. And then I will ask questions about it when people have had a chance to have a look at it.
Sorry, so just to confirm one thing for the uninitiated healer. Am I right in assuming that, with the exception of the meteor that happens from Thane and the chain holy beam that happens from Zeliak, we shouldn't actually have to worry about healing DPS.
No, the DPS still take damage from the mark. It's like
the mark,
400, 800, and 1600 or something. Like they're still going to take a little bit of raid damage.
Yeah, gotcha.
The time it's going to be stressful is this is a little bit much to go through for an initial one, but our DPS blob, let's make it green because green's a fun color. Okay, so DPS blob moves in when we do the pull. There's going to be like 30 people or less, maybe like 25 people in this blob. We're going to kill Thane, and then the blob is going to go over here. So it's going to go from having 3 healers and 1 to 2 tanks or whatever it is to 30 people immediately. They're all going to be, 70% health, and then there's going to be marks coming out on Mograine, and also you need to spam heal the tank. Like this is a stressful time. So like if you're probably the 3rd healer in Mograine or the 1st and 2nd healer on Zalek, you're going to be like, I'm going to put our strongest raid healers on there because you need to raid heal before the 4th mark, but you also need to heal the tank. It's stressful. So to mitigate that, and Thane, all the DPS are going to pop a Shadow Pot. Sort of helps us on that 4th mark if we need it. But when we get better, yeah, go.
Sorry,
and I assume that let's say that I'm getting my 3rd mark on Mograine, and I'm a priest. Like, should I be throwing up renews on the tank
100%.
that I'm leading?
When you're walking
things
out,
I don't normally heal with.
All right. So the idea is that like there's always going to be pretty much one person in transit. So that means there should always be at least 2 healers per station. So if you're exiting, you're leaving whatever, you're leaving Mograine, throw out a shield, throw out a renew, and walk away because you're leaving 2 healers to cover for you until that 3rd one comes down. So by the time you get to your next one is about the same time that they're going to get their 3rd reprieve. So yeah, shield them, renew them, do whatever you can. If you're a priest, paladin, good luck. I don't know.
Yeah, Pally's shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So druids should be casting all of their hots as they're leaving.
Yep. The last thing you should do is the renew on the way out. Yep.
Cool.
Just try and help out the next person before it comes in. You find they don't actually hurt that. They don't hit that hard. It's more of a drain fight. It's Mograine that hits hard. Like this is where he chunks. They're wearing fire resist, and they're also hitting hard. So it's a combination of like fire dots and high damage. For your knowledge healers, the DPS are going to come in. They're going to kill Thane. Then they're going to come and kill Mograine. Then they're going to come and kill Blamau. Then back to Mograine. Then back to Blamau. So like Thane is going to be dead. That's going to be half health, dead, back to here. So what I'm saying... Yeah, go.
Just a question. Are we going to do anything about... I guess I'm kind of answering my own question. Obviously, they're going to shield wall, right? So is the idea that we're basically getting to the shield wall and then leaving?
Yeah, this is moving away from healer stuff, so healers can probably tune out from this point on if you want to. So the DPS are going to come in. They've got 2 shield walls. One's at 50%, one's at 20%. If you hit the 50% one, and he's going to shield wall for 20 seconds, within that 20 seconds, if you get him below 20%, he won't do the same.
Yeah, I'm clear on that on Thane, but obviously we're not going to have the DPS to do that.
So when they get to Mograine, they're going to hit the 50%, and then, like, realistically,
they'll probably be at 3
marks
by then.
Yeah, and they're going to leave.
Yeah.
If they hit the 50%, that's great, that's awesome. We've just sped it up a little bit. If they don't hit the 50%, so it's 54%, I don't care. You're still going to live. And do the same in Blamau, and then come back. And then what's going to happen is they're going to come back and do this, and have to do this again, and then I'll start calling the DPS. What I'd love to do... Go.
I was going to say, is the risk there that if they're only going Blamau to Thane, they're not going to have Blamau to Mograine and back and forth. They won't have time for their stacks to fall off.
Yep. So they're going to go... Oh, I just fucked that. Thane, kill Thane. Blamau, half. Mograine, half. Blamau, half. Back to safe and wait for 3, and then finish Mograine, and then back to safe, and then kill Blamau.
All good.
Now there is...
I have questions on that outside of this video context, but we can discuss
that. We can talk about that. there is a different healer strat that we will be moving to. I'll make a different video on it, but just very briefly what it is. Healers, this is not relevant to this week. But what it is you just rotate between these three. Exact same. It's just a triangle. Right? And then the 3 healers that are on Thane move with the group. So you've got 3 moving around, and then there's a big blob of DPS and the 3 healers that just move with the group and do everything.
So those 3 healers essentially become raid healers?
Yeah, they're raid healers and they just follow the DPS around. So when they're on Mograine, they're helping heal the tank, they're helping doing raid healing, they're doing all that. When the DPS leave, they go with it. So they have the same marks as what the DPS do. That's a different strat. We will be moving to that at some point, but I want to get the basics down first before we start optimizing.
When Thane is dead, do the healers that were initially on Thane, like are we cutting that out of the rotation and they're going to the triangle, or are they going to sit there?
For this week, we're just doing the exact rotation, as I said.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
No matter what, whether he's dead or alive.
Where's all my marks gone? I think I closed it.
So the only issue with that is obviously they're taking unnecessary damage, but I appreciate that it's more simple.
Yeah.
There's also nothing else there for them to heal but themselves. So
yeah.
I think simple is best. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just doing the 3 that I said with the 1, 2, 3, whatever. This rotation.
So they're just going to rotate to the dead Thane, get the marks
In
still.
future, when I do change it, it's going to be only these 3, ignoring Thane, and then the Thane raid healers roam around.
Yeah.
And if we have a 13th healer, that will be me, and I will do the following thing. So, okay, hopefully that didn't confuse anyone. If anyone has any issues, get in touch with me.
Cut that out in post.
Yeah, if I do post. This is NK deep, deep.